Hey everybody, welcome back to Jolemonus Toy Reviews. Today we're going to be doing a review of the Kamen Rider Zio version, Time Majin. And I didn't really want to get this because it's a big clunky mess, but it was the only way to get the DX O's watch. And for those of you who don't know, O's is my all-time favorite series. So it's like, well, looks like I'm buying this thing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the box. Look at the side of the box. It shows you it has two forms. Bike mode, I guess you could say. Robot mode. Looking at the back. Shows you all the fun stuff it can do. It can actually work with the form change figure line apparently to connect like weapons and stuff to these ports. And you can put the form change Zio inside it. And it's showing you all the bits and bobbles of the O's watch. And one thing that's kind of cool is you can actually put the DX watches inside this top headpiece to switch it out to whatever like watch you want it to be. It's kind of neat. And looking at this side, it showcases that very feature as what I was talking about, using the DX O's watch as a head. It does come with like a flat, like plastic non-DX Zio watch. I got rid of that. I didn't want it. Gave it to my cousin because I'm a nice person. Whatever. Moving on. Let's go ahead and look at this thing. And here we have the Time Machine in, I guess you could say, bike mode. And it does have like almost like a bike looking seat right here with actual handles that if you place the form change fig up here, it'll actually hold on to them and it can ride it. It's kind of neat. And the transformation itself is fairly simple. I mean, you can pretty much already tell, like, here's an arm, and these are obviously legs. So to start things off, we'll just go ahead and transform it. And you just got to straighten out the legs like that. And it's a little wonky to get it to stand up. See how it's wanting to fall over. We're going to go ahead and do the arms next. Arms are not too hard. These are just connected like that. They're just pull apart, super simple. And then this has a really interesting connector bit to it, like how it works. You pull this part here apart, and you bring this back around, but make sure you kind of have to turn this as you do, or it'll pop right off. And it's got like a little ball and socket-esque joint there, so if this does pop off, it's not perma-broke. Just bring it around, turn the fist. And there you go, you got a headless robot. Let's fix that. And there you go. Now you have it in robot mode with a head. And if you use the deluxe Zio watch, that's kind of cool, admittedly. I like it. Usually when I have this on display, it's displayed like this. And just to show you, it's really simple. You just pop this right out. And it does have a little bit of articulation up here. If you put it back in, you can actually kind of turn it to the left and right. So they put a little bit of effort into it to make it at least look like it's looking one way or another. It's not too bad. But now that this part's out of the way, let's go ahead and look at the O's wide watch. Looking at this, like the rest of the DX watches, it does have the year it came out, which was 2010, and the writer's mark up here. And it has the slide feature like all the other DX watches. And just to show you what it looks like without the faceplate. We'll just try to get this thing back on there. There we go. And since it was part of the gimmick, we'll go ahead and switch out the head here and show you what that looks like. And it's cool. Like I really do like that aspect of the toy where it's gives you that like customization ability with it. Like wherever you feel like having control of the cockpit at any given point, you can switch out any of your ride watches. It's neat. Let's go ahead and see what this thing looks like in the build. like I do in most of my videos, I wanted to showcase the Sado figures a little bit, and what's really cool about this particular set is they give you the bits and bobbles to actually make like the hawk and the tiger and the grasshopper as individuals, kind of like they did in the show, and also with like the form change fig, which in my personal opinion I wouldn't recommend. It looks like hot garbage. And just to kind of like show you like mid transformation, it does kind of show that, like the helmet right there where it says Taka and Kanji and whatnot. It's really cool. I like how they did that, but obviously the head part does not look like that when it's connected to the Sado fig. Taking a better look at some of the other ones, here's the tiger. And when you buy the Sado fig, they actually give you this little bracket and an extra connector bit here to make this and make it look really good and neat and have it on the side. And here is the grasshopper. And what's cool is like there's no extra kibble other than the brackets that you connect this to. Like this is actually all the pieces of the armor that are going to go to the completed Sado fig. And without further ado, let's go ahead and see that in this neat little animation I put together. So to showcase a Sado figure like I've been doing with a lot of my other reviews when it comes to the ride watches, this one by far is my favorite. Like I love how the fact that they give you those extra little brackets to make the hawk, tiger, and grasshopper as like individuals on top of combining them on in the armor. And the armor looks very, very nicely done. Just looking at the details like in the head and stuff too. Like so much work went into here, and the stickers weren't even that bad to put on. And what's really interesting is like the top part and the bottom part here actually unconnect from the middle to like combine with those other parts to make like the hawk, the tiger, and the grasshopper. Very, very nicely done figure. Can't say enough good things about this still line. If you aren't buying them, why? You need them in your life. You just don't know it yet. Well, there you go. I hope you liked my review of the Time Majin and the Deluxe O's Ride Watch. As always, I always update on Facebook before I do these. If there's a lapse in between videos, it's because I'm working and I have a life, and I don't do this for a living. So I hope you guys like what I do put out there for you, and I will see you in the next video. Hadouses.